All right, we are going to finally answer this Q&A. I left it open for quite a while. Um, really thought I'd get a few more questions than what I did, but I guess not too many people are interested in what I think outside my niche area, I guess. Okay, here we go. So, we're starting with, yet again, a question from Metal Warrior 917. 917, however you prefer to say it, sir. What are your feelings toward the manga series One Piece? I'm mostly indifferent, honestly. I hear a lot of good things about it, but I hear a lot of good things about a lot of things that I then check out and I don't hear a lot of good about. It has interested me in the past, but I really can't get into it no matter how hard I try. I just a combination of both the art style and then the way half the villains look, and I know that seems kind of superficial, but they're literal clowns in a lot of cases. Bugs me, I guess, to a degree, and it does. I mean, there is a line where you kind of have to, stop its sensationalism and be a little more serious. And Oda, unfortunately, doesn't seem to know where that line is at times. And that does kind of annoy me. That being said, it's not a bad series either. It's just something that I'm not really into, I guess. So, yeah, I'm kind of not really caring. I will say that it's managed to avoid, from what I can tell, a lot of the pitfalls that a lot of series, especially these days, fall into. So that's a plus. But for now, I just don't really care either way. Okay, next question is, three, from Marplay1031. Dude, do me a favor. Tell me how to say your name, okay? What do you think of Wreck-It Ralph? Did you buy it? I honestly did not see Wreck-It Ralph yet. I intend to, but schedule plus I can only do so much with what little I have. And, yeah. Alright, what is your favorite video game? Ooh. Honestly, if I had to go through every game I've ever played, the one that I think I always come back to the most is, without a doubt, Legend of Dragoon. That game, I love the crap out of it. I love, even its flaws are kind of charming in their own bizarre way. It had the overly literal translations in terms of text, and the cutscenes have some blah voice acting, and then some good voice acting, and then some really lousy voice acting with voices that don't really match the character they're voicing. But honestly, it was a pretty big risky thing at the time. Getting like a big name voice actor for a video game was extremely rare back then. This was in the old PS1 days. Even voiced cutscenes in a JRPG wasn't very common at the time, so it was a pretty big risk in itself. But the characters and the story are really good, and the music is phenomenal. It has one of the best OSTs of any game out there. Even after all these years, it's still awesome. Some of the details, especially on the backgrounds, was incredible. Just a beautiful game overall. What's your opinion on Capcom's current state? This is one of those questions that everyone asks, and it gets kind of old after a while. Capcom is Capcom. Capcom, contrary to popular belief, Capcom has really always pulled crap with people. They were pretty much the originators of the concept of the troll ending of a game where you think it ended, but it's not really ended, and you pretty much have to play the entire thing through again to get the real ending or whatever. They've always pulled little stuff here and there. It's just that it's become more noticeable nowadays because, we have the internet, we can communicate, we can notice these things as a group. Then, they do abuse the living crap out of DLC, and I do think that is starting to finally come back to bite them in the rear. The problem is, it won't ever have the impact it's supposed to because there's so many fanboys who literally defend it as that's the way things have always been. Even though that's the way things were way back when, because they didn't have the ability to put it all in one game at different times, or it took them a while. And then but the concept of the whole release a game, then release another version, then release another version. that doesn't really fly anymore, you know. So they do have problems. That's pretty obvious, but yeah. Unfortunately, due to the fanboys, I don't think anything will ever change. And then again, yes, to be fair, they can go the opposite way too. Capcom will occasionally do something good, and people will take a crap on them just because it's Capcom. So you know, it goes both ways. At times, usually far more on the negative side though than the positive side. Alright, King Nazaru, is it true that Marvel Studio wants to do the Planet Hulk and World War Hulk route in their movies? If so, do you think it's a good idea? Okay, number one, no confirmation whatsoever. We keep hearing from many different people that yes, we want to do it, that would be the direction we want to go. We hear from other people, no, we don't want to do it, that's not the direction we want to go. Then we hear from Mark Ruffalo saying that no one's contacted me about it, and in fact they may not even go with me if they ever do another Hulk movie. Apparently he's not even necessarily guaranteed for the Avengers 2, from what I've heard. I may be wrong about that, but there you go. So the Hulk's future is very unsure with Marvel right now. It's also very hard to see. I really don't know what to do with the Hulk. The Hulk's one of those characters where everyone likes him, not necessarily for story. When it comes to the Hulk, pretty much everyone who likes the Hulk likes him just because, you know, he smashes stuff. And that's one reason why Planet Hulk and World War Hulk, they were so popular, even though they, you know, made absolutely no sense. They grossly overpowered the character and they had to get retconned out of existence. They were popular because it was the Hulk smashing crap and doing things that he, even within the rules, shouldn't have been able to do, but frankly that's all anyone seems to like him for. Sadly. He's got some good arcs though, and they really could explore those before trying to dive into something that they literally retconned out of existence. That really would be a bad move, in my opinion. Just, yeah, no. It was retconned out for a reason. Okay. Number 2, have you read the Rosario Vampire series? Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. No, I have not, and no, I'm really not interested in that series at all. Why does Jeff Loeb, Paul Dini, and Man of Action give us pure Alan Cunnington show known as Ultimate Spider-Man when they made better shows like Batman, the Animated Series, Avengers, Earth, Money, Heroes, and that? Money. Money. The thing about Man of Action, too, is that Man of Action, contrary to popular belief, it's not an alias that someone goes by, it's actually a think tank. It's a group of people, and they actually do change membership from time to time. So some of the same people who were in Man of Action when Ben 10, the first series, was made, may not even have been there when Ben 10 Alien Force was made, and then there might have even been changes between Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, and so on and so forth. And, you know, so they do shift, and when it comes to Loeb has always just been about whatever he thinks will make the most cash. Paul Dini, from what I've heard, Paul Dini is actually not happy with the way Ultimate Spider-Man has gone. So, I don't know. But in the end, it all boils down to money, and Joe Quesada has a lot to do with this, too. And honestly, though, the most upsetting part is that Joe Quesada and Brian Michael Bendis have a hand in this, and it honestly kind of shows how Marvel, especially the current heads of Marvel, seem to view Peter Parker. He's apparently a guy who's frankly kind of stupid and immature and dorky and just a clown who kind of, sort of has moments of enlightenment or gets lucky. And that's not him at all. So if anything, it's more reflective. Sony understands the character better than Marvel does right now. I'll leave it at that. What are your hopes for the new Godzilla movie coming out in 2014? That it doesn't suck. That's all I can say. I've really got no expectations there. Japan has been to hell and back with Godzilla before. They've done things that they've even had to, you know, backtrack on or, you know, make movies around and say, oh, this doesn't technically happen in the actual timeline. I just hope it's good. The Amazing Spider-Man movie series does have a Venom in it. As rumors are playing, which version of Venom do you want to see? The alien and the man-made cure for cancer? I honestly could live with either. Ideally speaking, they'd almost have to do both. I really think they kind of could. Like, they started out experimenting with this stuff, thinking that maybe they could use it, and then it like somehow gained a mind of its own. They triggered something, and I don't know. But honestly, see, the problem with the alien suit is that first of all, it's already been done. Even though it was done crappily, it was already done, and unfortunately, I don't know if they're gonna want to go there again, just because they'll be accused of ripping things off, even though it happened in the comics, and people get mad when they deviate from the comics, but they then get mad because it was already done in the last set of movies. They're kind of screwed with certain people no matter what they do, so it's very hard to know what's going to happen. In terms of Venom being in there, though, no, he's not going to be in the next movie. I can guarantee 100% he's not going to be in the next movie, simply because, well, it would be stupid, first and foremost. Second of all, there's no place for it. Third of all, there's no motivation for anyone to become that at this point. Nor do I think he's going to show up in Part 3. An establishment that whatever the symbiote is or is not may exist, that I can see, but nah. Alright, okay. Kaimon 3500 says, aside from all parts, DBZ and Soul Eater, what are 3 other manga anime you love? Kind of rushing here because I really, really want to avoid a two-parter. 3 other anime manga I love. Full Metal Alchemist. Not the first Full Metal Alchemist anime though. Oh god, no. No. That went to hell within in the final 1/3. Oh my god. Al pretty much ceased existing, and the only reason he became remotely important to the story again was because they literally had to make him the Philosopher's Stone to make him relevant again. That's sad. They literally just completely forget about Al in that series. It's all about Ed, and even then, even in the finale movie, all that crap's going on. Does anyone care about what may or may not be happening to Al? Nope. Ed, goodbye, Ed. Bye, Ed. Bye, Ed. Bye, Ed. Al? Who's Al? You know? No. And that's just, some of the problems I had with that. But that was one of the big ones. It was supposed to be about the Elric brothers, and it became about the Elric brother and, oh yeah, the guy that I've got trapped in a suit of armor. Yeah. But Full Metal Alchemist is one. Tower of Druaga is an anime series I actually really liked. Really wish more people would watch it. It's surprisingly really good. I know a lot of people seem to think that it would suck, or I've even seen some people say it does suck. I really don't think so, and it actually doesn't have the anticlimactic ending that a lot of anime fall into. It actually has an ending that's got build-up, and you can kind of see it coming, and it is sad though, and some of the decisions made seem kind of stupid, but, characters do have flaws and do make stupid decisions, so, stuff happens. But it's a really good series, and I really wish people would get into that a little bit more. And, oh gee, a third one. Third. Well, Yu Yu Hakusho's one, definitely. There's a lot that I like, though. Rurouni Kenshin, aka Samurai X, that was really good. What's another one? Omamari Himari is one. I know a lot of people like to just kind of dismiss that because it's another harem ecchi series, but in a way it's not. It's primarily comedy first and foremost, and it actually kind of also pokes fun at the genre that it resides in, and does it rather well too. It's kind of fascinating too because it's a case where you got a lead character who's definitely only got eyes for one girl, the other girls are like after him. So, I don't know, it kind of makes fun of the absurdity of a harem too, I guess. And, I don't know, I haven't really gotten to read the manga, and I guess the manga updates pretty sporadically, and I've pretty much given up hope of not going into 2 parts at this point.